Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, we've got Vicky on as well, our new assistant city attorney.
Yes, you do. Hi there. Oh,
Hi.
my box just went away. I need to pull that back up. There it is.
When did you start?
I started on Monday, October 11th.
Nice.
Yeah,
Your boss used to work at my law firm. I'm a partner at Hall & Evans.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was only with us for a short time
Yeah.
because this opportunity came up and she was eager to pursue it. So
Of course.
That's
Hey,
a great
Jason.
Wonderful.
what were you doing before the Inglewood City Attorney's office?
Before working here, I was in private practice at a firm in Austin, Texas, and before that at a firm in Los Angeles, California.
Cool.
Mhm.
What brought you to Colorado?
Oh, my husband had a job opportunity out here, and
Oh, nice.
all of his family is out here, so it was nice for our children to be closer to their.
Absolutely. Good.
Yeah, so we're
Well,
very
well-
excited.
We're glad to have you, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Is it just you and Tamara in the city attorney's office? You two hold down everything?
We also have another assistant city attorney, Caitlin Parker. So it's three of us, and Maureen Willis, who's our administrative assistant, who does tremendous work as well.
Good.
Mhm.
Good evening, Melinda. How are you?
Good evening.
So if you don't mind, once you call the meeting to order, once we get a quorum, the new assistant city attorney, Vicky Mcdermott, is on. Can we give her just a few minutes to introduce herself to the commission?
Certainly.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Vicky Mcdermott. I'm the new assistant city attorney. I started with the city attorney's office on October 11th, and I am really excited to be able to work with the city and to work with this commission and help you with your mission. I look forward to working with you all.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
We need one more person for a quorum.
And Madeline isn't it?
No, unfortunately, Madeline is staff. She's not a voting member. She doesn't get to count towards a quorum, but here it looks like it comes Matt.
Yeah.
Good evening, Matt. Whoops, you're muted.
Hi.
You actually make our quorum. So Chair Ellsworth, it's on you whenever you want to start your meeting, or if you want to wait a few minutes, whatever you'd like to do.
Well, we still have some missing, but we really never know when CJ is going to show up. And Lauren's also, has anyone else heard from Lauren or CJ?
No.
I haven't heard from you. Excuse me, I haven't heard from either of them.
Well, I make it 6:31, so let's go ahead and come to order and begin with a roll call of who's here now.
Ms. Culligan is not currently here. Mr. Crabtree?
Here.
Ms. Cooper is currently not here. Mr. Parker?
Here.
Mr. O'Brien?
Here.
And Chair Ellswick.
Here.
A quorum is present.
And someone is connecting via phone.
Yes, good evening. This is Dave Cuesta, and I'll be connecting by video here soon. I'm just trying to get that situated, but here by phone now.
Ah. Well, I think we're going to run into the same problem approving the minutes as we've run into before. The September 15th minutes. There's only 3 of us here who were also present on the 15th. So we don't have a quorum to approve those minutes unless, oh wait, here comes Lauren Cooper.
Hi, Lauren.
So I just want to state for the record that Ms. Cooper has entered the meeting.
Hello. Sorry, I'm a little late.
Well, and I'm glad you're here because until you arrived, we did not have a quorum to approve the minutes of the September 15th meeting. So now we have 4 people who were present. Does anyone have any comments about those minutes?
I'll move that they're approved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve. All in favor, please say aye.
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 And I'll abstain since I was not at that meeting.
All right. So they are approved. And then the at that meeting, we tabled approving the August 18th meetings because we did not have a quorum who had also been at that meeting.
I'll move to approve the August 18th, 2021 minutes as is.
Second.
You know, we still don't have a quorum. There were only 4 members present. And there are just 3. Oh, wait, here comes CJ. We might have a quorum.
PJ, are you connected?
Oh, there we go. Have to push
There
the
you go.
right buttons. Sorry.
No problem. I just want to state for the record that Ms. Cullinan has entered the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and to catch you up, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of the August 18th meeting. And now all four of us who were present at that meeting may vote on that. So all in favor? That would be, there's just four of us, but we could approve. I'll say aye.
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 And
Aye.
I'll abstain. Sorry, I'll abstain because I wasn't present at that meeting.
I'll also abstain because I wasn't there.
Right. So we do have a majority though approving, so we'll count those minutes as approved.
Yay.
Okay. Slow but steady wins the race. Looks like we have no one present for the public forum. We should, since now we have a few more people here. Victoria McDermott, would you like to speak to us once again to the entire commission now?
Of course, I'm sorry about that. I started before the meeting was called to order. I'm Victoria McDermott. I'm the new Assistant City Attorney for the City of Englewood. I'll be working with your commission, and I really look forward to doing that and helping you with your mission. So thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
They've probably already given you a copy of our edits to 16.611, which would make you about the fifth attorney to look at them. But who's counting?
I don't know if that was crossed my desk yet, but I will definitely be the fifth or sixth, whatever the case may be, attorney to look at them.
All right, yeah. It's a never-ending battle. So on to old business. I've seen a video announcing the historic neighborhood maps starring CJ and Matt.
I will do autographs, but later.
Well, it was a very nice purple shirt you were wearing.
Yeah, I think it turned out really well. Does everybody get to see it already?
Yeah, it came out today.
Good, cool.
I haven't seen it. No. Can we send it around to the group?
Yeah, it popped up on YouTube.
It's posted on our Facebook page. I'm not sure. I don't think I can share on here and have the sound.
I was about to say, can we share it?
Well, let
Hey,
me.
Matt,
Yeah.
and Matt,
Okay.
I need to tell you, your blush looked
Oh, I'm sorry, I lost you there. What? What'd you say? I lost you.
Oh, I said your blush looked a lot better than my blush.
Oh no, you stole the show. I mean, and you got the best lines. I don't know how that worked out, but
I was the first one there. It was
Would it be-
interesting we were standing in front of too. That was a surprise.
Would it be all right for the commission if I send the link out tomorrow? I'll find it on YouTube and send it out.
I wonder if I shared a screen, it would translate over Zoom here.
Give it a try. I
think it would.
All right, it's on YouTube, you say?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, can you just take it from what Madeline sent us or no?
Oh, that's Facebook and
Oh, heaven.
City of Englewood. Let's see what comes up here. Oh, man, there it is right there.
And they didn't do it. I was like, come on.
Hi.
All right.
I can probably find it if,
Found it. Let me see if I can share the screen and if this works. There. Share.
Ooh.
here we are.
Scary.
See if the sound comes through.
See? Nice purple shirt.
Historic
Whooping.
Preservation Commission.
Hi, I'm Matt from the. Is the audio coming through?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Hi, I'm CJ from the Inglewood Historic Preservation Commission.
Hi, I'm Matt from the Inglewood Historic Preservation Commission. Do you know which neighborhood you live in?
Well, I live near Jason Park.
I live near downtown.
I live by the hospital. I didn't know Inglewood has any documented neighborhoods.
There are a few, like the historic Arapahoe Acres neighborhood, but many unique areas have no formal
Later.
boundaries. Now, the city of Inglewood is working with the Historic Preservation Commission to create a citywide neighborhood map for Inglewood.
The Historic Preservation Commission has published a preliminary map that combines historic subdivision names and modern-day locations of significance. The project was started in late 2017 and referenced numerous other maps and other important historical resources.
Now we want to hear what you think of that map. Over the next couple of months, neighbors are invited to join the conversation. We want to know what you think of the new neighborhood names and boundaries.
There are 3 ways for community members to submit feedback. First, go to inglewoodco.gov/neighborhood map. And from there, you can fill out a survey. Email the city. Leave a comment directly on the project page. Attend an upcoming open house and give us feedback in person. The time and date will be announced soon.
Your feedback is vital during this process. We want to make sure that the neighborhood map is an accurate reflection of the city we know and love as Inglewood.
And having a neighborhood map will help community members identify where they live, strengthen our community, and preserve the city's diverse history.
Woo, 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 woo. Just so you know, it
Nice
does
work,
sound
all.
better.
Nice work, all.
Yeah, that was really great. Good job.
Good job.
Well, if it's okay, Melinda, I was just going to offer an update about the community engagement campaign. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So we launched the campaign today, and we are planning to run this through, probably close it sometime in December. And the video already shows or explains how everyone can submit their feedback. And so as the surveys come in and the comments and the emails, I'm going to put together a report and I'm going to send it to Eric, and then he will get that all of the feedback to the commission. And then it's my understanding that you guys will review the feedback at your meetings and then determine any changes that need to be implemented on the map. And then the last thing I wanted to go over was we are looking at having an open house. And since we are in partnership, the city and HBC have a partnership, we would really love it if members could come and attend that open house. So Eric and I were discussing possibly having that open house in November, on November 17th, which is actually the date of your November meeting. I wasn't
It's after
sure.
the date of what?
It's Wednesday, November 17th, which is the date of your next meeting in November.
Oh,
And so we were just, Eric and I were just thinking maybe that would be a good opportunity for everyone to come out and answer, any questions that the public may have, and just participate in that engagement phase. CJ, I can only see you and you are frozen on my screen.
I don't know why. I can't see you either.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. So would we need to then reschedule that meeting? Or
I
Oh,
think
I
we would
see
just
you.
have it in lieu of.
Okay. Yeah,
It is in our new business to discuss that, so we can hash it out today.
Right. Yeah,
Sorry, I jumped ahead.
I'd be on board with that. Just it's convenient in that it's kind of in a block of time that we already expect to have kind of stuff. So, rather than additional time, so that seems reasonable to me.
And it is a week before Thanksgiving, not just a day before Thanksgiving, so it's not like everybody hopefully is going to be traveling that day or anything, but yeah, that would be good.
Awesome. Well, I will let, we will get that plan then for November 17th, if that sounds good to you.
And you'll find a location? Or-
Yes, we will.
It's
And
probably the community room, right?
I'm not sure. I don't think we've picked a location yet, but we will get all of that information to all of you.
And you guys are looking at 6:30?
We have not decided on a time yet, but that is something that we will look at.
And depending on the time, we could do it in conjunction with our meeting rather than in lieu of our meeting. But very much
If I
depends
could
on the
suggest
time.
it's at 7 o'clock, that gives us a half hour to set up and make sure everything's, just an idea.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes. All right. Let's do that then. And we'll all go play in the maps at our leisure, I'm sure. So, and I think we are expecting Ashley to report on the historic survey. She did, I saw another video with Ashley. But it wasn't for us. So Eric, do you have some information
so
about
Ashley
that?
had another engagement tonight, so she's unable to make it. But just wanted to pass along with you that the survey is closed. There was a total of 138 respondents, so that was pretty fantastic. And then she just said to pass along to you guys that they're working on contextual research right now and getting ready to go into the field research phase of the reconnaissance project. So I'm expecting her to come and kind of give a breakdown of the survey results in one of our next meetings.
All right.
Thanks, Eric.
Say
Yep.
when it might come out at the map meeting, just an idea.
Potentially. I won't promise anything because I will need confirmation with Ashley, but perhaps.
We'll keep putting it on the agenda anyway. All right, our other item of old business is the response to the letter to Shawn Lewis. And as several of you will remember, we all got together and worked on a letter to Brad Power with a copy to Shawn Lewis, and somehow it morphed into a letter to Shawn Lewis. I'd like to know why and what other changes were made to it.
So that was the only change that was made, and that was on behalf of Brad Power, because he wanted to go directly to Shawn with him as a CC, as opposed to the other way around. So he delivered it to Shawn, and Shawn then delivered it to Councilmember Cuesta and said that this is a decision that is ultimately up to the council and for the council liaison to bring that forward for any further discussion with council. And so I don't-
Eric, thank you, if I may here, Eric, thank you for bringing that up. And Shawn did circulate that back around to me. I want to touch base with the group before reaching out to council. And that was his recommendation as well, is to either bring it up during council members' choice or approach Mayor Pro Tem and the mayor kind of offline and see if it's something that they could introduce. I think that's a different route than this group was intending to go. And so prior to doing that, I wanted to gather with you folks and see your thoughts on that or feedback. I would be happy to raise the issue during the next council members' choice. We just have a study session this coming Monday, but it would be more than my pleasure to do that. And I can put that into circulation as well. If I submit it to the city clerk, it would be put into every council member's packet, the document that was sent to City Manager Lewis. So that's at least the guidance that's been provided to me is the best avenue. But I certainly serve as a liaison at your pleasure. So if you guys think that that's amenable to you as well, we can get that again, I guess, on the record this Monday night at the study session.
So
Well,
what,
go
sorry,
ahead.
Linda. After it's presented to council, if that were to happen, then how might that play out? Like with,
If I had to speculate, as you know, council is big on study sessions. I think that they would take up the topic singularly in a study session of, is that the best approach of taking the recommendation of this group and kind of separating that out from the larger conversation we're having regarding the zoning rewrite. I could see it getting some traction. I mean, I'll tell you this too. I think it's certainly not an unreasonable request. So I don't believe that council would not at least take it before them for consideration. It'd be hard for me to predict the final outcome. But I think that that's a good way to do it. And then if nothing else too, it really introduces it more formally to the larger public, because then it would get read, on the dais, on the record, everybody has to weigh in. And then it's going to be that larger conversation regarding rezoning and all the code rewriting that's going to go on. There's going to be a lot of voices in that. And I think there's areas that, I wouldn't describe them as contentious, but I think that there's certainly passion on both sides when it comes to certain aspects of it. And this is one of those ones that probably gets near one of those categories where, the redevelopment of the city and the historical character versus many of the, the more modern approaches to the rebuilds. It's at the heart of much of this. And so I think it's worth introducing myself. I think that Shawn's guidance was valuable, and I think it's a good approach to introduce it to council. I would personally push that they put it into a study session as its own topic to be discussed. They may even call for a representative for HPC to be there. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. And then we'd probably drag poor Eric into this as well. And I think that's at least the recommendation from Shawn. And I think from my perspective, that's probably your best audience and probably your widest audience too, to get the issue out there.
Yeah, thanks,
I know,
Dave.
I'm aware that the mayor and the city manager meet ahead of time to set a agenda for the council meetings and the study sessions. And so actually by having you put it in as council members' choice, that gets us in there sooner than we otherwise might do it. So yeah, if you would do that in the next study session, that at least get it on their radar.
You bet. Okay, happy to do so. And then I will do that for this Monday, and then I'll report back to the group. But I think you described that correctly, Melinda. It's not uncommon for council members to introduce various subjects that have, caught their interest, or they're hearing, a lot of support from whatever constituent group or even boards that they're on. So not uncommon. I'll put that forward on Monday. And again, I think it'll get traction.
Thank you in advance.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you, David. That seems like a good way to keep the ball moving and stuff. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, now we're to the new business of the November 17th meeting, or the November 17th open house. And, personally, I'm not opposed if other things are moving along, and all we are wanting is like reports on the historic survey and things like that, then we could probably get those in a 30-minute meeting as well. But
I guess I would like to request we don't try to aim for that. You know, I don't know if since I've been here, there's ever been a 30-minute meeting. So trying to do two kind of sizable things seems like a big lift on a, you know, middle of the weeknight. So I guess my preference would be that the November 17th, you know, neighborhood meetings is in lieu of our normal commission meeting.
I agree with that.
As do I. Yeah.
should we vote on that?
Real quick point of order. I think CJ had her hand raised.
No, I was just saying yes.
Oh.
So CJ moves that we have a delayed meeting, or the meeting be the community. How should I word that, guys? Delay our meeting till December. What is it, Nancy?
You could just say we have our the November 17th open house in lieu of our November 17th scheduled meeting.
I second Lauren.
Well, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 We are agreed.
And sorry, I couldn't find my unmute button. It was covered. Your December meeting would be December 15th.
Oh. All right, and I don't know why I'm flashing on that as a date, but we'll remember December 15th. We're doing very well then, time-wise. Is there a staff choice item tonight?
Yeah, I just had one brief item. I spoke with Doug Cohn earlier in the week, or was it last week? I don't know, time's a blur right now for me. But he has actually just published a book about Englewood history. And I told him that I was going to forward that information on to the HPC. And so I will email that out to you guys tomorrow morning when I'm back in the office. But it basically just kind of, it's a little synopsis of what the book entails. And then there's basic instructions on how to order one if you're interested. So I told Doug I would pass that along to the group. And that is really my only update for tonight.
Hey, Eric, since we didn't use our money very well this year, is there some available for us to all get a book?
Perhaps. I'll need to talk with Nancy.
I mean, it'd be cool if certain staff members got it too, you know, like building and Eric and I mean, just
CJ, this is Nancy. I'll need to check with our finance and procurement office to see if, since I understand it would be for board and commission members, but let me check with them just to make sure our I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and it wouldn't be considered buying something for personal use. And we'll get back to you.
Thank you.
You bet.
Yeah, I think as a commission, at least we ought to have one copy just as our for reference, because we all know that Doug is the Mr. Englewood history. And
well, in all reality, Melissa, I'm sure one will be in the library. I mean, Melinda, sorry.
Yeah. Well, and I do miss having Doug educate council on some item of Englewood history at every council meeting. Those days are gone, I guess.
And I think that he was getting something set up with the library. I don't think it was a date certain yet, but he was getting something set up where he was going to do maybe a book signing. So might be worth it to keep an eye on the library's website.
Great. Well, and as part of, I guess, a commissioner's choice, Jason and I are invited to meet with Brad Power next Wednesday, a virtual meeting. So we can put in the word for why our changes are more important or
Yeah,
that there are other. Did you get the email today, Jason, about the agenda?
Yeah, that's just so kind of people are aware to. Yeah, it's kind of broad. It's with all the commission chair and vice chairs, and it's welcome by him, and then kind of things of summarize recent and anticipated activities, and various kind of things like that. So it's overall looking at the agenda seems kind of like a broad check-in from Brad to the various Inglewood commissions.
If I could beg you guys to somehow, somewhere, bring up our projects and bring up the ordinance thing, please. Just a 1, 2, 3. This is something with passion we're working on now, that kind of thing.
Yep, well, that's part of the agenda is the commission speaking to, it says each member of each commission summarize recent and anticipated activities. So that will be in there.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys will have to put that on the agenda so you can tell us what they said, huh?
Yes. We'll make a note to do that too. In December. Or maybe during the open house.
Hey, Nancy and Eric, when we do the open house, because there's more than 2 of us in one room, what happens? Is there like a room recording of what's going on, or how does that work?
It's not a formal regular meeting of the commission. However, since there will be 3 or more of you there, I will post it as a meeting since you will be discussing city business, but it would not need to be recorded because it's not your regular meeting.
Okay.
Well, and it is going to be publicly announced, right? It's an open house. It wouldn't be very open if it wasn't publicly announced, so.
Are we at
Very
commissioner's
well.
choice?
Other commissioners have anything?
CJ does. So one of our beautiful homes from 1956 was purchased for $1.2 million. Are you guys ready for this? For a fix and flip. I went in there. They bought it on Friday. They had a dumpster out on Saturday. They had it demolished on the inside. Oh, they're protecting the outside, so that's fine. But it had all.
We lost you, CJ. Can you hear us?
She's locked up and
Sometimes
she's coming back.
I was actually crying about
CJ,
how could you do this?
CJ, could you
And
repeat? CJ, could you
what?
repeat the last part of that? We lost you there for a minute.
That I was crying?
We lost you right after they put the dumpster out in front.
Oh, the dumpster out in front. And the guy and his son were there doing, just a second, please, was doing the demolition. And number one, they took everything out, right? Everything in the kitchen, gone. All the built-ins in the living room, gone. Anticipation to remove all the stone around the fireplace and the copper for Revere that was original to the grant we were given from Paul Revere Copper Company back in 1949. And I just started, it was just horrendous. Guess what? Doing all this without a permit. Now, of course, it would have been nice if I would have found that out on Friday so that Carrie, who jumped on it for me, they did stop the work, but that was today and most of the damage is already done on
Too
Monday.
late.
But anyway, I just thought I'd tell you, we lost another house in Inglewood, but only on the inside, not the outside.
Well, especially in the mid-century modern, I mean, the interior fittings are as much part of the period as the exterior. And while it's, you know, fine, people want to upgrade a little bit, but
Yeah. Well, one thing.
Oh, sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
What are the consequences of doing that work without a permit? Like what happens now?
I guess all they're told is they have to stop and apply for the permits. But
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, I think they should have thousands of dollars of fines.
Reality, what's probably going to happen is, so the city's going to go, shame on you, and yeah, stop work. They're going to get a permit. They're going to have to pay more money for the permit. Chances are, I don't know. I think most cities do that. I'm not sure if Inglewood does, but normally they would have to pay more for the permit, and then the inspector is probably going to be extra critical as they go through. Definitely not a good place to be. There's purpose for building codes, and if they're doing that work without a permit, there's a good chance that the following work may not be done very well. But one thing that I know from experience with my house, people sometimes have the best intentions to upgrade and to change the architectural features within a house, and then it creates a lot of other problems. It looks out of place. I understand, like what Melinda said. I mean, you got to upgrade, right? I mean, right now my house has a beautiful 1940s kitchen. That's not too practical.
Yeah, but some of it can be reused. That's the thing, reuse and repurpose. Instead,
Absolutely.
it was just destroyed. I told them, just put it out on the street. You'd be surprised. It'll be gone tomorrow.
Absolutely. And that's what I plan to do with the cabinets in my kitchen. I've actually got the cabinets in my kitchen are from a company called Geneva Kitchens, which was the metal cabinets. And apparently there's a lot of people out there looking for them, and it won't fit the design of the kitchen that we want to do, but I know when the time comes, I'm certainly going to either donate or give away or possibly sell. So those cabinets.
yeah, that Habitat for Humanity has actually a deconstruction crew, and if for instance, cabinetry is not too old, I think it has to be 25 years old or less. They will actually come in and tear it out for you. If you're remodeling, you know that.
Who will?
Habitat for Humanity.
Oh.
Hey, if
They
y'all
resell it in their restores.
if y'all have a chance to volunteer, I don't know, it's been a long time since I volunteered for that, but Melinda, I was on the very first Habitat of Metro Denver deconstruction trip, the very first house that they did, and it was a huge 6,000 square foot house that was getting torn down in the mountains. It was up by right outside of Evergreen, I think. And if you can imagine, they were tearing down a 6,000 square foot house to put a bigger house there, but had all this custom bluestone countertops and beautiful oak cabinetry and everything like that. But yeah, I was on the very first one, and that was a blast. So if y'all have weekend, weekends, if you'd like to go in and tear stuff apart, then actually Habitat, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And the electrical crew is always looking for younger people too.
Yep, I was on that too. I was on the electrical crew also. So
yeah, they've actually almost retired the electrical crew because everybody on it is in a age group that's at risk in the pandemic. So
oh wow.
there's been not a whole lot of it, and we keep saying, yeah, we're going to get some younger people in here, or we're all going to be coming in with our walkers. And
well, maybe I should get back into that, because I worked with, it was High Tech Electric that did it before. I don't know if they're still doing that, but
there's a whole new business of, tool belts, things for wheelchairs. That'd be awesome.
yeah. Melinda, I do have something here, a couple things on the topic of book sales. I'll share my screen real fast because we have on the Inglewood Historic Preservation Society's website page here. You can see my screen here. Got it up there, book sales. You can go on online there and you can order a book just by clicking the buy now. They're $13.95. There's a little bit of a description of Doug's book.
Is he signing them, or just at that signing party?
I don't know. I'm sure if you asked him, he could probably do it. So yeah, go to the Inglewood Historic Preservation Society's website, and if you're interested in buying a book, you can do it there. The monthly lecture for the Historic Society will be held at its normal time, normal places. And that, if the page will load, having a website problem.
This Monday.
There we go. Yes, it is next Monday, October 25th, 2:30 p.m. at the Inglewood Public Library, and 6:30 p.m. at the filling station. This is a little different than what we've done before. A guy named Scott Perry will be presenting the history of the NFL and the Denver Broncos. He wrote the book NFL Since 1970. He's really excited about the history of the NFL, and we thought that'd be kind of a neat presentation. So if y'all have time on Monday afternoon or Monday evening, we'd love to see you there. And
I have to share that on my classic Carmen Gia, which is out rusting away in my garage, I have a Denver Broncos sticker, window sticker that from a long time ago given to me by a coworker named Priscilla Little, who had a brother named Floyd. And longtime Broncos fans might recognize that he used to wear number 44 and it was retired. That's who Floyd Little was. So
cool. I didn't know you had a Carmen Gia. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's not as cool as having DeLorean, but it's.
There you go. I actually have one more thing. Councilmember Cuesta, will this be your last? Will this be your last historic preservation?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. It's interesting. I had library earlier this week as well. Or shoot, it was last week, and I've got to check the calendar. I'm not sure. The election is definitely coming up quickly. I'm not sure if everybody's had the opportunity to vote yet. I think mail-in ballots or drop-off have been accepted for about a week now. So hopefully everybody's received their ballot and will be participating. But I'm not sure. I've got to review the calendar. If it isn't this one, it will be the next one. And so my successor will either be Steve Ward, who's currently on the council. He has an at-large seat, or Belinda Porter, who is running also for District 4. They're both running for District 4. Belinda lives about a block away from me. Steve's right down the block too. They're both great. And I'm not sure, usually they kind of regroup. This is council once there's an election to who wants to keep their particular board seats. There's rarely too much change. So I would think this seat would either be filled by Steve or Belinda. I think both would be very good allies for the group. Belinda especially, I think, has kind of worked neighborhood character and just the heritage of the community into her campaign. So I think she might be just especially well positioned for this board, or excuse me. But either way, I think they're both going to be tremendous and would be very, very well suited to keep this moving forward. And if it's not this one, it's the next one, though. That was a very roundabout answer to your question, Matthew. So pardon me.
Well, I just wanted to make a point that wanted to thank you for all of your time and dedication to helping us here as the council member liaison for our commission. It's been,
that is very, very, very kind of you, and really I appreciate this group of citizens, and several others I've had the pleasure of working with, and how much citizens advance things in the neighborhood and in the community. Really, it best council is a voice for these folks who are really doing the work and have the ideas. So I really appreciate all you've done, and even more critical for me to say, and staff for executing them, because a lot of great ideas and works come from community, and staff has been, I think, really good at moving them forward too, and bringing them to life. So I'm grateful to everybody, and I'm looking forward to getting on a board too, just as a member. So it's this in library, I'm hoping I can get on one or the other. It'll be interesting going before council and seeing where they'll put me. Hopefully they'll put me somewhere. We'll see how that goes, though.
I hear there's an opening.
To have you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, CJ.
Oh, I was just saying we would love to have you. I wanted to say, Dave, I've appreciated every time you were with us, that you were present 100%, and you took our concerns to council each and every time. And that was wonderful to know. So thank you, Dave.
It is my pleasure. It has been great. And, in a perfect world, I'd love to join as a member. So we'll see where they put me, but I'm looking forward to it one way or another. And again, thank you. You guys deserve a world of credit for the work and the ideas, and staff too for moving it forward. So I'm grateful to all of you guys.
Yeah, thanks for all that work. And yeah, I guess I had one commissioner thing. It's not Inglewood history related, but I just was going to note for some folks that Colorado recently has had some, Colorado history getting nationwide recognition. There's continuing moving forward as Amachi, moving forward as a historic site, which is the first step in becoming a part of the National Park Service. Tomorrow, Winks Panorama up near Pine Cliff, which is an African-American travel lodge from the mid-century, which is one of the only ones in the Intermountain West, is being considered for National Historic Landmark. And my office, the State Historic Preservation Office, was awarded an Underrepresented Communities Grant from the National Park Service, which will intensively survey and nominate sites of women's suffrage sites across the state. So those are things that, again, not Inglewood, not maybe like down to Inglewood level, but Colorado's been in the news recently for some fun history stuff.
Well, in addition to being Inglewood historians, we're all Colorado historians by definition. So.
One thing I forgot, Matt, was the idea of the tour of Inglewood that's being done by Historic Colorado. What's the gentleman's name? His name is Jason too, isn't it?
Yes. So I believe you're talking about November 13th. Saturday Treasure Box Tours is coming to Inglewood. I'm just reading this from the website here. This unique bus tour includes transportation, lunch, and will be guided by EHPS Vice President Paul Skaczynski. To register, go to treasureboxtours.com and look for Inglewood Extravaganza. Kevin is his name, of Treasure Box Tours. Is that the one you're referring to, CJ?
Was it? She's locked up. I did see something about that in the Society's newsletter. as we probably all did.
I think Doug's doing one too, another tour with the Malley Center.
That one is sold out. That's October 8th. That was
Wow.
October 8th. That was October 8th and it's sold out. Yeah.
How did it go?
I haven't heard. I was going to talk to Doug tonight, but I haven't heard. But yeah, that was the Malley Center Historic Inglewood tour. Yeah, that was sold out.
Wonderful. And isn't it great there are so many people interested in Inglewood history?
Hey, Lauren, can you update us on your new addition?
Certainly. She's doing wonderful. She's 4 months old now and rolled over for the first time, laughing all the time. It's great. It's really awesome to watch her just grow.
Is she still a redhead?
She is, yes. Slowly but surely that hair's coming in. Thanks for asking.
You'll have to show her to us one of these days. I
My
know it's
husband's
past her
got her
bedtime.
around. No, I think she's still up. My husband's got her around somewhere, so she might make an appearance depending on how long this lasts.
Well, I think we have covered our agenda. And it's under an hour, Jason. Even if it isn't 30 minutes. So if anyone's ready, we could move to adjourn.
This is CJ. I move to adjourn.
I'll
Second.
say,
Would all in favor say bye? I think it will close it. It's 7:23. All right.
Thank you.